Hello everyone, my name is Gaurav Kumar and today I'll be showing you how to find professors for the letter of acceptance because that is one of the major part once you clear the interview round. And for getting a letter of acceptance, you need to contact multiple universities at a time, and then once you find a professor, you have to send an email. So we will be covering both the parts, that is how to find a professor and then what to send in an email. So let's start with the first step. So, as I said, finding a professor. So, before finding a professor, you should know which university you should target. So, as you know, there are around 87 national universities in Japan and private universities also. So, first you should specify your target university. So, suppose I'll take example for Kyushu University. So now you have to find a professor at Kyushu University. So just Google Kyushu University. And for example, your department is mechanical engineering, which is my department. So I'll go with my department. So you should Google Kyushu University Department of Mechanical Engineering. Once you find that, you will find various links on the Google search. So you can go wherever you want. Like you can click on the first link or the second link, where generally you will find a list of professors who are in that particular department. So let it load first. Yeah. So as you can see, the Department of Mechanical Engineering website is open of Kyushu University. So now you will have to see who all are the professors here. For that, uh, where is that? Okay. Okay. So here also one thing is very important. Once you are on the website, sometimes what happens is that there won't be any professor on the English website. Okay. So this is an important step. So you need to convert the website into Japanese, and then using Google Translate or the translate your website, translate this page extension of the Google Chrome. You can use this website to find professors. So as you can see, now the website is in Japanese completely, and here you will find faculties. As you can see, research and faculty and list of faculty members. So once you click here, since it's a Japanese space, so all the names will be in Japanese. So again, you can go on the Google Translate extension, and you can just click here, and then you can select any center that is mechanical engineering major. Yeah. So now you can see various names, like the name of professors. So suppose your area of interest is robotics, and these are the specialized field available. So now you can search various professors, and under which professor you want to send email and you want to ask for letter of acceptance. So suppose this is a professor uh, Tahara Kenji for robotics field. So I'll select his name and then open his web page. So this is his page, and here you can find his email ID. So as you can see, his email ID is clearly visible. So this is how you can find professor's name of a particular university. This, I will say, this is the first method to find. So there are multiple methods involved, and this is one of the methods. So now since you have the email ID, you know how he is working in the field of robotics. So now you have to do is just write a mail asking him for a letter of acceptance. So that is the step one. Step two, I'll say, is that you can directly go to Google Scholar and then type your area of interest, that is robotics. So here also you'll find multiple professors, multiple papers, and then you'll have to select recent papers. And then you can see there are recent papers coming in the field of robotics. So what you can see is that you can go on a paper, like the first paper I'll say, for example, and once you read that paper you will find multiple names on that particular that paper, that the list of authors. So you see his the author's affiliation. So as you can see, they are not from Japan because I have just opened a random paper. So now to sort this out, there are options available in Google Scholar or Science Direct to directly find people who are from that particular country. So I'll show you how. So you go to Science
Uh,
Direct.
yeah, I want to add a suggestion on the
Yeah.
same thing. So this is what you go ahead with the further explanation. But one more thing on the Google Scholar. So the keywords they can try with the manipulation. Sometimes it works.
Yeah.
So that is the Google Scholar related. One more suggestion.
Correct, correct. So I'll suppose I'll use Japan here.
Yeah, Japan or university or the professor or it works.
Yeah. So now you can see a different paper came, and let's open it and see. Okay. So this is a recent paper, so it won't open. Let me see on the direct.
No, if you give the characters, it will work. Try out.
No, 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 it won't work.
Okay. Anyway, that is Sahab issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so if you find this, so this is the professor from Waseda University. So as you can see, you got a professor from a different university, and his email ID will be also written in the paper, since he is a corresponding author. So if you download the PDF, you can see his email ID. That is, uh, and then there is a professor from Tohoku University also. So this is another way to find professors. And I was saying that if you go to Science Direct and if you type robotics on the topic and then author affiliation, if you type Japan, then this step will also work. So you'll get
Yes.
professors from the field of robotics who are in Japan. So this is the method two to find professors. So method one was you just go to the particular university page, and then find the faculty of mechanical engineer, whatever your faculty is, and then you find a professor who is in the same area of interest as yours, and then you check his page, that is the profile page, and then here you will find the email ID. And the second step is you go to Science Direct or Google Scholar, you use some keywords, and then you find the professors. So this is all about finding professors for your letter of acceptance. Yeah, Murugesh.
Yeah. So for this is the first thing we have to do. We have to
Yeah.
find the professor details, and then we get the lab details and also the university reputation, whatever you wanted to review. If you're a PhD scholar, aspiring for PhD scholar, basically you may be doing more review than the master's scholar because it's a full-time research degree.
So, so now we covered the first part, that is how to find professors in your respective fields. So the next part is how to write an email, and for that I suggest you to use your institute email if you have, like your university email or your college email ID. Otherwise, if you don't have it, then you can go with Gmail ID or Yahoo ID. But sometimes what happens is that if someone is sending an email from an institution email ID, then that is more prioritized because the professors also knows this, the authenticity of the email. So yeah, that's my personal point of view. So it's not like you should follow that. Gmail is also fine, and everyone uses Gmail. So yeah, so let's go ahead. So so if you write an email, so I've divided the email into several parts because the email should be short, and at the same time it should describe the purpose. So the first part of the email will be introduction, of course, because you will be introducing yourself. You can write your name, your college, where are you from, and what are you doing currently, and then that's it. So your name, college, and country, of course, because it's an international email. So the first part of the introduction is done. That is in 1 or 2 lines. Then come to the second part. That is, why are you sending this email? Just directly come to the point, because you're sending to get a letter of acceptance. So that's what you need, and as a next applicant. So this is also an important part. So you just directly come to the point that you are writing this email to get a LOA, because you have applied for MEXT, and you want to go ahead with the application. And the third part is, of course, how can you relate yourself with the professor? So if you have done something in the so for example, we have taken the robotics as an example. So suppose you have done some works in the field of robotics. So you can mention about anything related to robotics which you have done, and how that is related to the professor's work which he is doing in his lab or in his department. So you can write about those past experiences related to professor's field. So that is an important part. So that's how he will come to know about you, that okay, this guy is a genuine guy, and he is like, he's having some prior experiences, so he can be useful for me. So you have to mention the past experiences. And the last part I'll say is that you have to keep the mail like this only. And the last part, you can just write that you are from India and you have cleared the primary screening. Write about the primary screening, and then you tell him that you need a letter of acceptance for the you know for the next step. So that is an important step, because the professor should know that you are not writing email just as simple to ask if he has any positions available or not, because you need it, because you have a reason to write an email. So you can just conclude by saying that you have cleared the primary screening, which the major part of a process. And once you have a letter of acceptance from someone, so it's like it's almost sure that you will be getting MEXT scholarship and you will be joining his or her lab. So you have to say something like that, make convince the professor that that LO is the only thing that is stopping him for joining his lab. And and since it's a MEXT scholarship, so there is no worry about funding and all that thing, because then that will be covered by the government itself. So professor also doesn't need to be caring about the fundings. So the last step, the last line should be about the primary screening, and then you can conclude by saying like a gentle greeting, that I'll wait for your email, or thank you for considering me. So these types of gentle conclusion line will be okay. And at last, in the concluding line itself, you can attach your CV and say that I am attaching my you can say like that, I have attached my CV. So the CV should be a detailed CV, and it should explore. It should give your all the previous works which you have done, all the marks which you have got in the bachelor's degree or master's degree, and your references should also be there in the CV. So it should be a detailed CV, so that professor can look at it. So you can just conclude the email by saying that you have attached your CV, and for more details about yourself, that is your profile, the professor can look at his CV, look at your CV, and then decide that whether to reply to you or not. And then that's it. So that's the email, and the last part is the signature. That is your signature, email signature, that your name, affiliation, and everything. So these you can divide the email into three parts. That is the first two step in the first paragraph, then the second two things in the second paragraph, and the last two things in the third paragraph. So the three steps for the email, you should keep it as it is widely said that as it is widely said that uh, kiss is a famous word. So you can say, keep it short and simple. So you should follow this step, and I'm sure you'll get a reply from various professors, because once you clear the primary screening, professors will check your email on a serious note, and they will reply to your email. So of course you can go ahead with the application. and you should be ready with not getting replies also, because sometimes what happens is that you write an email to a professor who is very much into your area of interest, and you are very, you are very positive about his reply, but he won't reply. So you should be ready with with your quest of finding another professors, and keep it until the deadline, so that you get at least one letter of provisional acceptance. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So that is if you're already having LOA and if you want to write for a professor and if you want to know the details that is required, you can prepare accordingly. And if in case like you have not got selected and other stuff, we have set up other suggestions, and even case by case basis we are having some more suggestions. That things you can refer for referring the other videos we are sharing in the coming days.